everybody. Dr. Raul Rodriguez here with Rodriguez Rejuvenation. Today we're going to talk about some of the newest technology to keep people looking young and fresh. On our patients today, we're going to be doing threads, absorbable threads. These threads are designed to stimulate collagen production in places where the skin has gotten thinner over the years from lack of collagen production. It helps to smooth out lines and wrinkles. It can also be used to lift the skin in a very gentle, subtle way in areas where the skin may be losing some laxity and sagging. In our beautiful patient today, we're going to be putting threads here along where I have the dotted line. Here on the upper part of the face is going to pull this up. It's going to go across the smile line, so the smile line will be improved. And we're probably going to put a few of the little thin threads just underneath the eye because this is a very thin skin of the face. Okay, now we have our patient in position, and I'm going to numb up the tracks where we're going to be placing the threads. What I like to use is this. Look, I'm not bleeding. That's because this is a plastic cannula. It actually is blunt on the tip, and the numbing solution comes out on the side. I like to use these type of cannulas because since it's not sharp on the end, I'm less likely to poke a vein anywhere along the track, and this helps to minimize any potential for bruising for the patient. I like to use these also when I'm doing fillers underneath the eyes so that people don't end up with a black eye when they're getting fillers in that area. So what we're going to do with this cannula is I made a little opening in the skin just with a needle, an 18 gauge needle. There won't be any visible scars. And I simply advance, numbing up a little bit as I go along underneath where I put my markings there on the skin. Like so. Right up to the edge here. I'm going to go across that line, so I'm going to put a little bit of lidocaine all the way there. Okay. I'll numb that one up. I'm going to numb up this track. Once again, put my little needle underneath, advancing it carefully and gently. My patient was telling me that she appreciates the fact I'm numbing because she's a wimp. I let her know that I'm a wimp too. So whenever possible, I try to do things that are going to minimize patient discomfort. Okay. Numb that up a little bit there. Okay, I've got one little area left to numb up. Going across here. I'm going to go into the skin. That's a little bit farther. So I'm just going to numb here. That's already numb because I numbed it with the cannula. And then I'll just put a little bit more anesthetic so it reaches all the way across there. Okay. Now we're going to do our first thread insertion. You see there's a thread there. Once again, the tip is blunt. Once again, to minimize bruising, I simply insert it into the skin where I numbed up the skin and where I put the cannula, and then advance it just under the skin, not too superficial. The fact that the cannula is blunt also keeps it from getting too superficial into the skin.
You can turn her head towards you a little bit and it'll help you stay on the same plane.
Feel this just a little bit. Okay, there's the last part.
That's it.
Okay. Now, here's a tip. Okay, and that's insertion of the first thread. Okay, we'll continue the same process, putting a second thread here, then putting one on the other side, and then we'll let you take a look at the final result. Okay, so I've put in the threads in this area to lift up the mid-face area. Now we have these other little special threads. They're very thin. We put those just underneath very thinning skin to help smooth out fine lines. Just simply put it underneath the skin. I'm going to advance it just underneath the skin. You see the skin getting pulled just a little bit. And what these little small threads do is they're going to stimulate more collagen formation right there where the skin is thin and showing the little fine lines. Just put that in and just take it out like that. Now, the thread that's left behind will stimulate collagen formation along the track areas so that the skin there is going to be more wrinkle-free like it was in years gone by. Now, we've put the little small threads here to stimulate collagen. I'm going to put a couple of threads here. Go ahead and smile for me. You see how the skin is getting a little bit wrinkled here? So what I'm going to do is just go right in here, like so. Run it right underneath the skin. You see how it's pulling just slightly? So I'm putting this just along the underside of the dermis, the so-called collagen layer, and then bringing this out. And that's staying in place. And I'll do one more to that area. Okay, if you could smile for me one more time. I'm going to put this one right across there and relax. And so now she's going to have additional collagen stimulation, smile. So when she smiles, and you can see already that she has less wrinkling here in the skin because the thread is supporting the thin skin in this area, almost like rebar in concrete and cement. So it's providing some reinforcement right now immediately, and over the next few months, she'll have additional collagen formation, collagen stimulation around the thread. And that will keep her skin looking young for many, many more months after that. Okay, so we've completed our procedure on our lovely patient. I've put in lifting threads here in the mid-face to get more of a lift, accentuate the nice cheekbones that she has there, and to soften the smile lines around the nose. Then I've put some of the small, thin threads around the very thin skin around the eye, and those, along with some that I put down here in the lower part of the face, are to stimulate more collagen production where you have fine lines and wrinkles. So you can see that there's significant improvement, but the nice thing about this is she's going to look even better a few months down the road when her body stimulates collagen production around the threads that we just put in place. So if you don't mind, my dear, please take a look and tell me.
Oh my gosh, that's a different person. That looks so good. That really looks good.
So you're gonna
all
have
of these are gone?
Yep.
That droop is gone? Oh my gosh.
All right. So once again, that's using absorbable threads for subtle face lifting and for wrinkle reduction where the skin has gotten thinner. Dr. Rodriguez, stay tuned for more informative videos like this one on our Instagram and also on Facebook. And you can always get information from our website as well.